we do not even have one-on-one communication that our spouse is not privy to with someone of the opposite sex. Okay. Now I'm going to say like, even our best friends, so Quentin and Tyson, there are like ride or dies.
Yeah. We went to Mexico with them.
Yes. Our kids are best friends. Like they are our best friends. There will be times that we will be home and Quentin and Tyson and their family are coming over for dinner. I'll try to call Q for something. She doesn't answer. And then what happens after that?
She'll tell me first, hey, give Tyson a call.
I'll say, hey, call Tyson.
Yep.
And now there's literally, Tyson is like my brother, okay? Like we are so close. There's nothing there. However, there is this relationship where, and on a million times I've called Tyson or you've called Quentin, right? It's not abnormal.
I wouldn't say that like it's there. Our first idea is for, hey, Bedford, will you call Tyson?
And that's
and
more
then if
so
it's ever for any reason, like, no, I actually don't. Like, for example, we went to a restaurant the other day. She forgot her phone, right? So I called Tyson. Hey, you didn't pick up. You know what? I'll just call Q. I've got a number.
100%. But more so, I was giving that example just to say that it has become like a habitual thing for us to where
that's the first option.
That's just what we think of. There's nothing there. They are our best friends on this earth. But it has become so habitual for us that like, if I'm going to call, I'll call Q. Or I'll be like, hey, will you call Tyson? Like, it's just the way that we are now as a couple. And so, but I think that it started just in the sense of like, so backtracking, you know, my previous relationship, there was a lot of communication that came first, right? So in my previous marriage, it was like they were texting all through the night. They were texting all day long. They were having these like random phone calls at 2:00 in the morning or whatever. And when I asked him about it, he was like, well, I was deleting the messages because I just didn't want you to feel uncomfortable with the fact that I was having this conversation with someone else. And I think a lot of people come up with the argument of like, well, so I'm just not allowed to talk to my guy friends or my girlfriends anymore. Or like, you don't trust your partner if you're not okay with them having these conversations. And what are your thoughts there, I guess?
I can understand that idea that you don't trust your partner, but like if you're hiding it, then you shouldn't trust your partner, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like you could go through right now and like Quentin is a habitual meme sender.
Yeah, I know she's gonna listen to this too.
She's listening to the podcast, and we love her, but she sends 6 to 7 memes to her.
The woman,
Chelsea.
She sends it to me on Instagram, then she sends it to me on TikTok, then she texts it to me, then she shares it in her own stories. So I have to see it 2,000 times. Sometimes I'll send her a meme.
Ever.
No, I never respond. And then sometimes I'll send her something like once every 3 months. I'll send her one and she's like, I already sent this to you. And I'm like, oh.
And so she'll send me some, and I'll send her a couple memes
back.
But
Quentin
guess
and Bedford
what?
are the same. They both could sit and watch reels and videos and TikToks and memes all day long and just cry laughing. So I was like, please do that instead.
But guess who has privy access all times to any of those and all those?
And I know that they're texting each other memes. Like I know that, like, right?
It's not an everyday thing. It's
and I have a relationship with Q. Like she's my best friend. So it's very different from like a coworker that I don't have a relationship. Only you have a relationship with that person. You're the only person that really knows them, right? But again, the sad reality though is that as people, so I did a question box years ago. And I asked people, like, if you know somebody that has been in an affair relationship, what was the relationship with the person that they had an affair with? Like, who was that person to them? And people were like, my best friend, or my sister, or our neighbor.
It's always
or
someone
my child's
they know.
teacher.
Yeah.
Or like it was someone in their lives that they had the opportunity to build a relationship with. And so that's really the truth, is that even like these one-on-one text messages with, you know, someone that, and honestly, even if you and Wex were texting, I would be okay with that because I know Wex and right?
But also you have access to everything.
And again, I have access to everything. So it's the coupled, like that coupled together makes it so that it's a little bit different.